Alright guys, so don't know if you guys remember this stave or not, but I started on it a while back, and it had the one real bad defect in it, and I was able to get below it, and there's still plenty of material on there, so I can actually get a bit heavier poundage bow out of here. Probably something like, I mean, I could probably even do like 60 or something, but anyway. The guy I'm making this for is going to be 45 pounds. I have a bunch of craziness going on there because I was thinking about just trying to cut that whole piece out, and I was able to just get it out. So now I can just stick to my original outline on there. Just got to fix it. Gotten this thing roughly shaped out. So that's basically going to be the profile of the bow for the most part, except obviously it'll taper, have some really nice narrow tips on it. But that's basically about the character it's going to have. It's going to follow the grain similar to that. Like I said, it'll just start slowly tapering. And the same thing with this tip. It's got a lot of character in it. It's going to be a really good bow. Just wanted to show you guys this real quick. It's still pretty dang hot. I literally just finished heat bending this thing, and we're about a 1/2 inch thick still. 1.25 inch handle, I believe. I prefer it to be 1.5 inch, but just didn't have the material there. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. So as you can see, I still have some of the rasp marks and the fades there, but there's no separation of the fades anywhere on this piece of wood. It's still in really good shape. Same with this one. There's no compression issues going on. You can see there's still a tiny bit more rasp marks that I still have in there. We'll go to the back side here. It's touching the form. There's no damage done to it. There's no cracks in the handle. All this darker color stuff will be long gone and out of the bow when it's finished. But yeah, guys, so that part's done. That's one of the hardest parts, honestly, just because that handle section's so thick. But next will be to reflex. Put the reflex back into the limbs, and as you can see, there's a tiny bit of deflex in that limb section there. So I'll start with that limb first. I always start with my problematic limbs, meaning if there's like deflex or propeller twist, I always start with my worst limb. That way I know how far I can push it and match the non-problematic limb to the problematic limb, if that makes sense. Yeah, so let this cool for about 45 minutes to an hour. Get it off, just check my string alignment, make sure my string is still tracking to the center of my handle. And yeah, guys, so pretty freaking excited about this build. That's about what it should look like at full draw, but we'll see. Alright guys, so here's a little helpful tip when you're sinew backing a bow with some character in it. And basically what I do is put the bow on top of the cardboard and basically just trace it out. And what this will do is, while I'm prepping my sinew, I'll go ahead and wash all the grease and stuff like that in some fairly warm water, and just don't get it too hot. But it's hard to say the exact temperature, but anyway, you want it warm, and just kind of, you're gonna wash that off real good, and you'll actually see some of the grease and things like that come off. But anyway, after I get it washed off, I'll soak them in some hide glue. You know, I'll squeegee out all the water as much as I can, put it in the hide glue, and then I'll go ahead and lay it on this cardboard, let it dry out a little bit. Not for too long, because you don't want it sticking to the cardboard too much, but just enough to where you can flatten it down, let it dry, and then come in here with a butter knife or something and you scrape it off. But that way it's kind of already in the shape you need it to be, and that way this kind of gives you an idea how you can stagger your bundles before you even get it on the bow. That way you're not trying to figure it out you know, last minute. So anyway, just thought that was gonna be useful information for you guys. And anyway, about to get this thing going. Still need to sand the back with some heavier grit sandpaper or something, like 60 to 30 grit, somewhere around in that. But you could also use a fine tooth hacksaw blade, and you can scrape the grooves running with the grain of your piece, and that'll give your hide glue a place to kind of sit down in and get an extra bite on.
Take it.
made the string to complement the skin, so it's very, very close in color to the skins. You checking on your brother?
Yeah, come on.
It's a beautiful evening to be out here, huh?
Look.
No. So what you doing out here then? So this bow came in at 48 pounds at 28 inches. Oops. And this arrow is Port Orford cedar, and I believe this comes in at around 494 grains. Some work on the tip overlays. You okay, buddy? Okay. We need to do some work on the tip overlays. But other than that, it's basically just about done. There's a couple more things I want to do to it, but for the most part, it's ready to go. Designing this strike plate, or the arrow rest, I should say, it's like maybe about an 1/8 inch or so that wider than a 11/32 wooden shaft. So there's not a whole lot on there, but you really don't need a big shelf on there. And this is one of the very few bows that I did not cut a shelf into, so I'm pretty proud of that. You helping?
Yeah.
Who's that bow for?
This takes a minute.
Yeah, who's the bow for though? Is it for Mr. Ron?
Mr. Ron.
Who?
Mr. Ron.
Mr. Ron? All right. Thank you, buddy.
That was a good one too.
One more.
Yeah, no, just better get this one.
Wait.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.